Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the Virginia iRacing League. It's the Final Five Playoffs, round two for the late models, the Safety Queen 165, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. The late models, now they started a week ahead of both the street stocks and the trucks, so they're already on their second round here tonight at the Bullring. Well, I tell you, we had a wild time here last night, and we're going to see what these guys do here in these late model cars. Of course, we're going to give a shout out to our broadcast sponsor here, JS Design, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. Now, last week at South Boston, Ron Walters, he came away with the win, and of course, Ron, boy, he's missing. Now he's not even in the playoffs, but he still came to racing. Boy, he got the win there, and had some rough luck there, and but everybody's back and ready to go once again. In the driver standings, Paul Bojanic, he leads. He's 35 points ahead of Joshua Bumkowski, Kerry Bray third, and Sham Sujanani in the fourth position of the top four there, vying for the late model championship. We have a few minutes to go here, and let's take a look at our race info for this evening. Like I said, this is the second round for the late models, and another beautiful night out here tonight. 68-degree air temperature, track temperature also 68 degrees, and boy, we're going to try this. We're going to do the heat qualifying again, just like we did last night, and we're going to try to see if we can get these grids to invert the starting, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we know we're not going to work about it anymore. But we'll try it again tonight and see what happens. And as always, they run the 40% fuel, 3 sets of tires, 3 green light checker attempts for 165 laps at this 0.34 mile facility. And as always, thanks for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know every time we go live. And we have just a couple of minutes to go before we get to that heat qualifying, so we'll take a quick break here from our sponsor. We'll be right back, and you're watching the Final Five Playoffs, round number 2 for the late models here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we are back, and about 20 seconds to go as we get ready to get things going here with tonight's event. Well, I tell you, we've got some very, very close times in the practice sessions, and I'm seeing Andy Konsalova, Kerry Bray, Paul Bojanic. They're just within hundreds of seconds of each other as far as their personal best lap times. And so we're going to see what happens in the qualifying. Checkered flag is in the air. So it's time to move on over to our qualifying heat. And there goes the server now rolling over to the qualifier. Everybody making their way out onto the track. Cars starting to get on there. Still a few more guys waiting to pop in. This will be a 10-lap qualifier to set the field. Now, I've tried a couple of different settings. I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong, but trying to get the field to invert after qualifying, it didn't work last night. So we're going to see what happens tonight. And so, yeah. If it works, yeah, well, we figured out what we were doing wrong. But if it doesn't, then we'll have to maybe do some more digging, maybe ask around and see. Because sometimes, obviously, all it takes is just one setting just to throw stuff off. But other than that, it seems like everything is working out pretty good. Let's. I think we got the green flag now to get ready to start the warm-up laps. The pace car getting ready to roll off. There he goes. So Matt Holden, he'll be leading them to the green flag there. Paul Bojanic right next to him. Then we have the number 13, Kerry Bray, on the inside of row 2, followed by the 93 of Andy Kosalova. The 12 of Clay Rice, he'll be starting inside row 3. The 42, Joshua Bunkowski, on the outside row, followed by Ashton Rice inside, and then her brother Terrell Rice right next to her. And then who's next? The 45 there, Mike Berg, are starting inside row, and Sarah Oliver, Oliver Stevens, and Chris Page shotgun on the field. So here we go, getting ready to come around for lap 1. And boy, he did that starting zone. And we're off and racing. Andy Kosalova. Boy, Matt Holden got away from both Kosalova and Kerry Bray, but now these guys are battling it out. Kerry Bray, he moves into that second position. Joshua Bunkowski up to the 5th spot. He's chasing the 12 there, Clay Rice. No cautions tonight for the heat qualifier. Anything happen, you just keep rolling. Uh-oh, and I see a problem. Let's see, no, it's not. I was thinking it was a crash, but they take that curbing quite heavily, and sometimes that fools the settings, the timing and scoring, thinking that maybe they had a problem. Where is Paul Bojanic? Something happened to Paul Bojanic. He is not on track. Oh my goodness. So something happened to the number 3. Hope he didn't lose his connection. But anyway, Kerry Bray, he's up at the front battling with the 25 there, Matt Holden, trying to get that pole position. Because you do get bonus points for getting the pole position. Andy Kosalova right there in that 3rd spot, watching these two duke it out. Already 6 laps in. And that 25 is acting a little funny there. Looks like he checked up a little bit coming out of 4. And now I see Paul Bojanic. He's just exiting pit road. Obviously, he's going to be, if it doesn't invert, he will be starting at the tail end of the field. But coming around to start lap 8. And then now it's Kosalova. He's up there trying to get a nose head. He does get past the 25. Kerry Bray also gets, and the 25 got into the wall there a little bit. And one more lap to go. This will be the white flag here. Now, Andy Kosalova, he's not actually in the playoffs, and that'll be 5 useful points that Kerry Bray would like to have, but he doesn't look like he'll get it tonight. Because Andy Kosalova, he's going to come around and take the checkered flag, so he will win your qualifying heat here tonight at the Bullring. So that'll wrap everything up there, and as we get ready to grid, we'll go ahead and pause a moment for our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Ryan. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, checkered flag is in the air. It is time for the main event here tonight. And waiting for everybody to line up on the grid. And apparently it looks like that. I don't know, that stupid invert thing doesn't work. So you know what? We're not even going to worry about it anymore. And if I can figure out whatever it was that's not working, then we'll try it some other time. But we won't worry about it. We'll just go with it'll just be heat qualifying and let the chips fall where they may. Folks are lining up here now. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting grid for tonight's race. Andy Kosilova won the heat racing there, so he is in the pole position there. Kerry Bray will be starting right next to him there. Then we have Ashton Rice there in the third spot. Clay Rice starting fourth. Joshua Bunkowski in the fifth position. Sarah Oliver will be sixth. Seventh is Mike Berg with Terrell Rice starting in the eighth position. Ninth is Oliver Stevens, and Chris Page, he'll round out the top 10. And the 11th position is Matt Holden. And Paul Bajanic, something happened to Paul for the heat race. He couldn't get in there for some reason. And I'll have to talk to him about that later and find out what happened. And hopefully it wasn't something with the qualifying setup. It should have allowed everybody else got in there, unless he had some problems and had to rejoin the server. We saw him get into the qualifier after it had already gotten started, and but by then he was already several laps down. But yeah, he looks like he is on track there. He's starting a shotgun on the field. Long ways to go, but hey, he had problems last night, and you see where he ended up last night, so definitely nothing to worry about right now, that's for sure. Pace car should be coming in this time around, getting ready for 165 laps of racing action here at the tight confines of the Bullring. Pace car coming down onto pit road as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. We got a green flag, and round number 2 of the late model playoffs underway. Andy Kosilova, Kerry Bray duking it out right from the get-go here. Kosilova trying to get a good jump on the number 13. Andy has one speed, and that's just fast, wide open. He was quick out the gate last time. Oh boy, the number 49 almost got into the 13. That was close. Ashton Rice closing in on Kerry Bray. Right behind her is Joshua Bunkowski. And he's racing along now, trying to, he's keeping touch with the top 3 there. But both Kerry Bray and Bunkowski, man, they had some rough nights last week. And good to see them running strong here. A little further back now, Paul Bajanic already moving up. You know, he had a hard time getting through the field last night with the late models. I mean, with the street stocks. I'm sorry, but already up to that 8th position from starting dead last. So I think he's feeling a little bit better with the late models here now, making 7th position. Meanwhile, up the front, Andy Kosilova, that gap of 0.8 seconds, 0.8 tenths of a second. Between him and Kerry Bray. Bray's got a nice gap now between him and Ashton Rice, about half a second ahead of the 49 Bunkowski. Still trying to close in on Ashton Rice there. He's in that 4th position. Both Kerry Bray and Bunkowski need those points. Bunkowski, I believe he was like, what did I say? He was 35 points out of the lead. And of course, your championship leader for the late models is Paul Bajanic. So definitely be Bunkowski's favorite to stay ahead of the number 3, and he's still in that 7th position. He moved up 5 spots, and now he's got it right behind the 45 there. And how long is he going to stay back there, though? I think he's about to go through, make it the 6th position. Paul Bajanic charging to the front. He is not playing around. Kerry Bray, he's still fighting. Well, actually, he's not fighting with anybody right now, but Bunkowski has managed to get past the 49 there. Ashton Rice now in that 3rd position. So there's some great racing going on here. Kosilova, 1.2 seconds is the gap between him and 2nd place Kerry Bray on lap 11 of 165. Everybody's definitely getting into a rhythm here. The field's starting to stretch out just a little bit. Paul Bajanic now in that 6th position, out ahead of Mike Berg, and now moved up 6 spots. His next target would be the 12 of Clay Rice and the 49 of Ashton Rice. He can see the third place car there of Joshua Bunkowski, who's right behind him in the point standings, just ahead of the two Rice drivers right there. So now it's just a matter of just maintaining that smoothness and seeing if he can close the ground here. Gary Bray, that gap still 1.45 seconds. I forgot what the gap was last night when Kosalova was out front. He got up to about, I know it was a 2 or 3 or 4 seconds or something like that, but it kind of plateaued obviously after a while. And we'll see how far he can go this time. It's 1.6 so far between Gary Bray and Andy Kosalova. He's doing pretty good right now. No traffic in front of him. You can see on the track map, he still has maybe a half a lap of clear track, but a good straightaway, I would say. So it'll still be a little while before he starts catching the traffic. And even I'd say about the top 6, they're spread out nicely. So when they do encounter that traffic, it may be even easier for each one of them to work their way past. They're not all bunched up fighting each other. Ray, he's got a nice gap between him and Joshua Bunkowski. Actually, Bunkowski, man, he's starting to close in on that 13 there just a little bit. And you see they're both chasing Kosalova. The gap 1 3/4 seconds. Andy Kosalova not in the championship playoffs, but boy, I tell you, he could be the spoiler here tonight, taking much needed points from the guys who are in the playoffs, because it's, you're awarded whatever points you get for finishing in the race. You do have the bonus that you started the playoffs with to separate you from the rest of the field in the championship race. So even if Kosalova won every race the rest of the season, he still couldn't get up there and pass these guys who have earned the chance to battle for the championship. So Bunkowski looking pretty good there right now. Paul Bajanic, he's still back there. He hasn't quite caught Clay Rice and Ashton Rice. There's the 12 of Clay Rice there. Ashton Rice in that 4th position. So they're motoring along pretty good there. Paul Bajanic still in that 6th position. Paul Bajanic is your points leader in the late model championship series. So right now he's 3 positions behind Bunkowski. And the point spread is, it's not that great. It's still pretty tight. So even if Bunkowski were to, even if they finished just like this, that would close that gap a little bit. I'd have to do the math and see how much it would close. But every point counts, that's for sure. He will look like he was closing in on Kerry Bray, but Kerry's starting to stretch that gap out once again. And actually, he has closed the gap a little bit to Andy Kosalova. The gap was up to about 1.5 seconds. Now it's dipped just below a second. Kerry Bray now really starting to trying to reel in that number at 93, Andy Kosalova, about 3/4 of a second behind the 93. And still, they still have a ways to go before they catch lap traffic. Oh boy, we have storms in the area where I'm at, and hopefully the power doesn't go out. If everything goes blank, all of a sudden, folks, you know what happened. So, yeah, we'll have to keep our fingers crossed. Hey, it's summertime, thunderstorms and all that good stuff. So it just happened. Did I just see Andy Kosalova tap the ball? Not sure, but I tell you one thing, Kerry Bray, he's coming hard here, boy. He's really dialing in now, drawing a bead on the 93, Andy Kosalova. Already on lap 31 of 165. And last night with the street stocks, we saw Some of the guys go well over 80 laps, well past the halfway point before they stop tires. Of course, there were some cautions mixed in there, so that allowed a little bit easier time. I think everybody might have did at least one green flag pit stop. And who knows, it might get, and who knows, it may be green the whole way tonight. You never know. But Kerry Bray, he is right there, and now it's just a question of what can he's caught Andy Casalova. Now what can he do with him? Now that he's there, Joshua Bunkowski, boy, he's coming into the picture as well. Oh my goodness. This could be a 3-car battle for the lead. Those guys are just fighting along there. Paul Bajanic, he's still back there in that 6th position. Still, he can't quite see the leaders, but boy, they're right up there, getting ready to get into it here. Andy Casalova. Oh, Kerry Bray. It almost looked like he scraped the wall, but maybe not. Might have just been just a optical illusion there and stuff. But now he's kind of searching, trying to see if he can find some gap for the 93. But he's running a good line, and like last week, Kerry tried to, at the very beginning of the race, he tried to maybe sneak into a hole. It closed up so quick on him, and he ended up just out of the race. So maybe he won't try that again. But he definitely has to be close enough. And boy, I tell you, he's trying to put pressure on the 93. The 42 is trying to put pressure on the 13, trying to get closer. And we're starting to see the tail end of the field starting to creep into the picture. And man, I tell you, things could get interesting real quick here in just a handful of laps. As Joshua Bunkowski now still trying to draw a beat. Andy Casalova driving it like he stole it. And right now he's still managing to keep the 13 there, Kerry Bray, at bay. Bray trying to find a way past the 93 of Casalova. That's Oliver Stevens up ahead of these guys. He'd be the first driver to go a lap down. He's 13 seconds on the tail end of the lead lap, 13 seconds behind the leaders at the moment. And Kerry Bray, he's getting closer and closer and closer. He knows he is going to have to be super close to be able to try to make a pass work. You can't dive from long range. Getting in there, the turn just is a little too narrow, and it just isn't enough room. And you know, he may be trying to pressure Casalova into a mistake, and they're really nice and smooth coming off the corner. And boy, he is right there. And there's Bunkowski. He's also getting closer as well. He's getting just as close to the 13 as the 13 is getting to Andy Casalova. And look how high up he is this time. Where is Kerry Bray? For a minute there, I thought I was going to see Kerry Bray shoot down on the inside. Something happened there. Andy Casalova gained about 4. He's got almost a half-second gap now. A little bit of a gap opened up. And now Bray, he might have to be worrying about the 42 for a moment here. And Joshua Bunkowski taking a look down on the inside. And he is going to make that pass. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Bunkowski moves into the 2nd position. Almost surprised to see it happen. Kerry Bray was coming on strong. I don't know if he's starting to, the tires hit a cliff or what, but Joshua Bunkowski now into the 2nd position. Casalova still going along pretty good. We just started lap 49, and he's getting very close now to catching Oliver Stevens. That would be the first car to go a lap down. And boy, I tell you, now the rest of the field, they're spread out a bit. Not a super lot. Where's Paul Bajanic at? He's still in that 6th position. And boy, he has not made any impression on the 49 and the 12. In fact, they're a good over 4 seconds ahead of them. Now, he could be playing the long game here, folks. You never know. Could be just cruising along here. He knows it's a long race. And now there's your leader there, Andy Costellova. He does get past the 33 of Oliver Stevens, so a little bit of a cushion between him and second place Joshua Bunkowski. Kerry Bray, he's still right there with the 42. Watch out now, got very close to that inside corner of the 42, and if he's and Ashton Rice trying to sneak past the 13. It looked like he was getting ready to set up Bunkowski for a pass, and he gets past himself by the 49. Kerry Bray not moving in the direction he wants to move. He's going to have to, now he's got to get back up there. He's got to get past the 49. He's got to catch Bunkowski and get past the lap car of Oliver Stevens just to get to Andy Costellova. Bunkowski now working on the 33, and boy, and look at how the traffic, things are starting to get a little crowded here, folks. Andy Costellova, he's coming up on everybody's favorite driver, the 25 there, Matt Holden. Andy Costellova had to figure out where he wants to pass these guys, or where he can pass them. And Bunkowski has gotten past Stevens, and Costellova, he's going to have to say, what, I got to go. I got to get away from the 42 there. So he drives down on the inside. Bunkowski in that second position. At first, it was Oliver Stevens was the cushion between him and your leader, Andy Costellova. And now it's who is it? It's the 25 there, Matt Holden. And all of this is taking precious time away. Look at Kerry Bray back there. He did get past Ashton Rice. Now he gets past the 33, Oliver Stevens as well. He lost a bit of precious time and laps. He fell back a bit, had to fight back past some more lap cars. And now he's up there once again, has to go run down the leaders. Right now he's about 1.6 seconds behind Bunkowski. Bunkowski still dealing with the 25 of Matt Holden. Now on lap 60, make it 61 as Costellova crosses the stripe. Got the 78 there. Sir Oliver right there in front of him. I swear it looked like he just about checked up there going into the corner. Guys being very crafty how they approach these AI drivers, and he's going to sneak by right on the inside there and get past Oliver. Boy, textbook move getting past these AI drivers. You see Bunkowski in the back. I think he's about to do the same thing with the 25. He's got the inside line there. 25 goes way high, and I think Kerry Bray trying to follow him through. Oh, man, he couldn't quite make it. He was so close, and now he's trying to get by as well. There was absolutely no room there that time. Kerry Bray really fighting hard, trying to get back up there. And Kerry Bray gets into the 25. And we got a caution here, lap 65. And we don't even have to look at the replay because we were looking right at it when it happened. And Kerry Bray, he probably had to check up just a little bit. You know, sometimes the way the AI break, you just have to learn to deal with him. Oh, the 25, he's still sitting there. And I think what's going to end up happening is he's just going to tow to the pits because he is not, yeah, there he is. He just went to the pits. So that'll be interesting to see. Now, we're at lap 66. This is an interesting mark here. Sarah Oliver, she was in lucky dog position, so she'll go on around and get her lap back. And here comes Costellova down on pit road. Bunkowski, Ashton Rice also coming in. Kerry Bray, he elects to stay out. He's going to roll the dice and stay out. Paul Bajanic also coming down on pit road. And we'll follow Andy around to his pit box. And all the way around, and excuse me, right side's going on. Let's see if he gets all four tires, and yeah, but he's going to go ahead and do a 4-tire stop there. And Paul Bajanic's already on his way out. Kerry Bray on his way out. Gronkowski, he's out. Let's see, where did everybody end up now? Kerry Bray, now he's coming in the pit road. Not sure if the last time did he get just fuel, or did he actually stayed out. He didn't pit at all. So now he elected to pit, and looks like he just got fuel only. No tires. He just got fuel only, and maybe he's trying to keep from going a lap down here. So very interesting here. Clay Rice, he hasn't pitted. The 45 of Mike Berg hasn't pitted, and Chris Page hasn't pitted. Now, I would wager that they could probably go another 10, 15 laps before they come into pit. So it's Ashton Rice, she's making her way down pit road. When those top three pit, it will be Joshua Bunkowski that would inherit the lead. Possibly. It just depends on how this restarts go and where they end up on the restart. Andy Kosilova right there.
Green, green, green.
And we got a green flag racing once again. Clay Rice leads them to the restart. Back here, Andy Kosilova. He's got Bunkowski on the high side. Kerry Bray right there behind him. They're running 4th, 5th, and 6th. And look at Kosilova. Kerry Bray, he's trying to get past the 42. He does. Oh boy, super tight. Wow, look at all of that go on there for it. Great day. Kerry Bray mired in traffic. Man, look at this traffic jam here. Bunkowski up on the high side. He's stuck behind, Kerry Bray is stuck behind the 45 there. Mike Berg, oh no. And he manages to keep going, and we stay green. And he kind of got shuffled down the order. Kerry Bray falling down the order, now in the 8th position. Kosilova, he made it through that mess and got some clear air now in the 2nd position. Bunkowski, they were all super tight through there, battling for position. Major traffic. Everybody's on the lead lap except for Oliver Stevens, Ashton Rice, and Matt Holden. So all of that was battling for position. Look at Paul Bajanic. And after all of that, he is still in the 6th position. Trying it. Boy, he got Terrell Rice in front of him, actually. Trying to find some room. Oh, man, he just did squeeze up there ahead of the 42. Is he going to get trapped on the outside, though? I think he's going to try to see if he can get past Matt Holden on the high side, and nothing going just yet. And these guys, this is a lot about, and look at the 15 there, Chris Page getting quite racy there. Andy Kosilova, meanwhile, he's 2 seconds behind your leader, Clay Rice. Bunkowski, he is just battling for position. You see Kerry Bray down on his inside, and now Kerry's got Paul Bajanic right in front of him. That's your championship leader here at round 2. And boy, Paul Bajanic nowhere to go, really trying to find the way past Matt Holden. And now these guys, they got tires. Kerry Bray did not get tires. We saw Paul Bajanic, I'm pretty sure he got tires. He might have got just right side tires. We've seen him do that before. We know that Andy Kosilova got a fresh set of I want to say Hoosiers. I think that's what they run here with the late models. But boy, he's got a nice gap between him and 3rd place Mike Berg, 1.7 seconds. Just under a second behind race leader there, Clay Rice. And meanwhile, Paul Bajanic, he's now in that 4th position. Kerry Bray not too far behind him. And I think he's still on his original set of tires. Boy, look at Bunkowski, though. Bunkowski, he got a fresh set of tires, too. And, boy, he went by the 13 quite easily there. I don't know if it hurt Kerry to not get tires. Now, Kerry did come in a second time. He might have got some tires. Might have got right side. We back up to that 5th position, chasing down the 3 there of Paul Bajanic. Why is my graphics? Oh, my graphics froze up on me for a second there. Gap is still pretty substantial there. He's just over. Let's do a reload. There we go. Refresh. So, like I said, just under half a second between him and the 12 there, Clay Rice. Mike Berg in that third spot where he is like a good, almost just under 3 seconds behind him. But Mike Berg, right now, he's got a little over a second, well, actually just under a second between him and Paul Bajanic. Bunkowski, several car lengths behind. About a half a second between him and fourth place Paul Bajanic. Those two are running 1-2 in the championship at the moment. Even if the race were finished right now, Paul Bajanic would be able to extend his lead just a little bit. There's Mike Berg. He's one of the top three. Remember I was saying he was going to be one of the ones to pit. Clay Rice also needs to pit. He never pitted either. So Mike Berg is coming in, and also Chris Page. He was one of the cars also that needed to pit. So Andy Kosilova now cycles up to the lead. Clay Rice, the 12 machine, he'll be pitting before too long as well. And that should cycle Paul Bajanic up to the second position. Oh, and there he goes. Clay Rice coming on in. So that will promote Paul Bajanic up to the third spot and move Bunkowski up to the move Bajanic up to the second position and move Bunkowski up to the third, and Kerry Bray up to the fourth. Of course, everybody behind them will just move up a space. Kerry Bray now in that fourth position. Man, I would love to know if Kerry got any tires. When he pitted twice. He stopped one time and then he came out, and I believe he came in again. He might have got just right side tires, maybe. It'll be interesting to see now. Half the field is at least a lap down now, doing those green flag pit stops. Everybody that's on the lead lap, they were lucky to be able to do that under caution. And here is Kerry Bray now catching up very quickly to the 15 there. Chris Page trying to get past, and now looks like that's a big hole right there. I mean, he wasn't up close enough to get a run on the 15. And he's trying to time it right, and meanwhile, while he's battling there, Paul Bajanic, boy, he's trying to hold off Bunkowski. Bunkowski's getting closer, ever closer. Bunkowski, he doesn't have any pressure from behind at the moment. Chris Page and Kerry Bray are still over 2 seconds behind him. So he can focus his attention on the number 3. On lap 99 of 165, Andy Kosilova coming off of turn 4. It's going to be 100 laps, 65 laps remaining. It's been an awesome race here tonight at the Bullrings for the late models. Paul Bajanic, he is maintaining that gap so far between him and 42 there, Joshua Bunkowski. Kerry Bray, and okay, Kerry Bray, he was trying to get past Chris Page. You know what? I'm wondering if his tires are kind of just falling off now. He could use a caution to, not have to do a green flag pit stop, because look at the gap now between him and the 15, just over a second, and he could be in a little bit of trouble here if these kill those tires. It's only going to get worse from this point on. And then you hope for a caution. Bunkowski is like at least a 2-car length gap between him and second place Paul Bajanic. Andy Kosilova, meanwhile, he's got clean air in the front there, no cars at all. Yet he's going to have to deal with the 9th place there of Clay Rice when he does catch him. But we're already on lap 105 and 165. Now Kosilova, this is going to be interesting. He pitted on lap 66. Paul Bajanic pitted on lap 66, and Joshua Bunkowski pitted on lap 66. And Kerry Bray pitted a lap later. Well, he actually pitted on the same lap as them, but then he came in again and pitted on lap 67. So they're all pitted right there in the mid-60s. Fuel-wise, I wonder, can they make it to the end? That's what's going to be interesting here. This could very well turn into because last night with the street stocks, we saw them go almost 80 laps before they came in to stop. So if this thing stays green like this, I think these guys are going to have to come in. I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm thinking they may have to come in later on in the race unless Andy gets a caution. Andy, Paul, and Joshua and Kerry all get a caution and allows them to pit under caution instead of going through that process of doing a green flag pit stop. You're gonna probably lose 2 laps. You can lose up to 2 laps. I think I might have seen somebody lose 1 lap. You do a really fast pit stop. It was like 2 tires or something like that. But if you do a 4-tire stop, it's definitely going to be 2 laps that you're going to lose. And Bunkowski, he is right there trying to figure out what to do here with the number 3, Paul Bajanic, and they've got the 45 there, Mike Berg, in front of them. Now, see, Berg, when did he pit? He pitted on lap 89. So that was a fairly quick stop, too, only 11 seconds. So he might not have gotten tires or anything. Might have been just a fuel stop. Everybody's showing as actually everybody's only showing as pitting once. I thought Kerry Bray had pitted twice, but he's only showing pitted once at 67. I thought maybe I just looked at it wrong. I was thinking he had come back in. What it was, he stayed out that first lap around under caution. That's what it was. He had stayed out, and then he decided to come in the second time around. So it wasn't that he pitted twice. He just got wanted to stay out. And now he finally caught back up to the 15. And boy, I tell you, he's if this thing were to go green, boy, he's losing precious time. There's Bunkowski coming down on pit road, and this maybe answers the question as far as fuel anyway. And then maybe they all know, hey, we're not going to make it to the end. Might as well go ahead and pull the trigger now. He's on lap 116 of 65. Let's see if he gets 4 times. Let's see if he just gets 2. And even though it's a short track, man, it takes forever to get around to your spot. He gets on there, and let's see. He's getting right side tires, and let's see if he can get enough fuel in the car to get him to the end. And let's see what is he doing. He's doing a 4-tire stop here. Bunkowski went all the way with it, and he's down and away 20 seconds, 20.6. And let's see where that brings him out. He is in, looks like the 11th position. And, yep, he is 2 laps down, just like I thought. And so, now what are the guys going to do? Bunkowski now, he did his green flag pit stop. And logic would suggest that Kosalova, Bajanic, and Bray all are going to have to stop at least one more time. Of course, the further they go in this run, who knows? Paul Bajanic, he might just put on a set of right side tires only just to make the stop quick. And Kerry Bray, don't know if he got tires when he came in that time. He might do right sides only as well. And we'll see. And in fact, I think all of them might do it. Andy Koslova may do right sides as well, just to keep from losing 2 laps. They may only in a sense lose 1 lap, which means that if they all did that, Bunkowski might only get back 1 lap. He might end up still being stuck a lap down, but still got a little ways to go. We have to see how this is going to play out. So getting very interesting here. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Final 5 playoffs round 2 for the late models here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we're back. Kerry Bray on pit road here on lap 127, coming around to his pit box. Boy, let's see what Kerry does here. Is it gonna be a 2-tire stop? Is it gonna be 4? No, he's gonna get at least right sides, and he's got to get a certain amount of fuel in the car. Let's see what he does here. And yep, he's gonna go ahead and do a complete set of tires here. And so now he's going to come out. He's going to lose the expected 2 laps on the green flag pit stop. That puts him in 11th position, 2 laps down on the same lap as Bunkowski. But Bunkowski's now in the 9th position, a couple of positions ahead of Kerry Bray. Okay, you know what? And of course, Kerry Bray still has to deal with that 15. Now there's Kerry. Chris Page is quite a ways ahead of him, but he's also on the same lap as Kerry Bray. So Kerry's kind of been having to deal with the 15 quite a bit here tonight. Kosilova, him and Paul Bajanic are running 1-2 at the moment. Bajanic 3.8 seconds behind them in that 2nd position. But they're both going to have to stop. Both Bunkowski and Bray are in. They're like 2 laps down. In fact, everybody from 7th place on back are 2 laps down, so only showing 4 cars on the lead lap. Sarah Oliver, she's in that 3rd position, and Terrell Rice is on the tail end of the lead lap in the 4th spot. The 33, Oliver Stevens, he right now is in the lucky dog position if a caution were to come out. And quite frankly, that's something that neither Bunkowski or Bray want to see because by them not, there are a couple of cars, Oliver Stevens and also the 49 there, Ashton Rice, they're both only 1 lap down. And if a caution were to come out now, that would trap those guys a couple of laps down because one of those 2 cars would probably get the lucky dog, and that would be awesome for Andy Kosilova and Paul Bajani, but definitely not for Bunkowski and Bray. That's for sure. Now lap 137, Kosilova now dealing with a bit of traffic here. Who is that in front of him? That is the 98 there, Terrell Rice, and he trying to put him a lap down. That would make it only 3 cars on the lead lap. You know, a lot of folks doing green flag pit stops. The 98 runs way wide. Kosilova drives right through there. Paul Bajanic a little bit further back. In fact, he can't really see the leader at the moment. He's dealing with Clay Rice, the 45 there, Mike Berg, and I couldn't see who that other car was. I think it's the 25 there, Matt Holden. So he's got a bit of traffic to him. And your leader, Andy Kosilova. Let's look back in the field here. Bunkowski, he's still in 9th position. And he's a couple of spots ahead of Kerry Bray, who has actually caught the 15 of Chris Page, I'm sorry. And well, he has been duking it out with that 15 quite a bit. I mean, you know, it's only 25 laps to go. Careful. Oh, no. It's almost a repeat from last week. He tried to get by on the inside, and there was no room on the inside. It's almost like he tries to time that pass right in the apex of the turn, trying to force his way up there, and he's trying to rough up the 15 on there a little bit, and he finally gets past into the 10th position. But I tell you, it's interesting to watch these guys. Who's coming in? That's Chris Page down on pit road. I thought I saw somebody on pit road. No, what's he doing? He's going slow. Does he have damage or something? He may end up pitting. There's Kosilova. Let's see. Wow, interesting. Are they going to have to stop before the race is over? I mean, it's possible. Chris Page now on pit road. Kosilova running first. Paul Bajanic in that 2nd position. And let's see. And behind them, there's Bunkowski. He is 2 laps down. And if Paul Bajanic and Andy Kosilova are trying to save fuel, then They may not actually be trying to fight with the 42 all that much. Gronkowski, he probably already knows if he's got enough fuel to make it to the end, but he would still have to pass these guys twice. Now, if it's a situation where they think they can make it without stopping again, that's going to make it doubly hard on the 42 to even try to get back on the lap. I don't know, boy, I tell you, Gronkowski finding it hard to get up there and get going. Kerry Bray is a little bit further back. He's got a clean air in front of him, but look at that gaggle of cars in front of him. He's going to have to deal with all of that. And both him and Gronkowski still showing 2 laps down. Kosalova and Bajanic not stopping. They're the only 2 right now on the lead lap. And, you know, I think this could be a fuel mileage thing going on here. Andy Kosalova in second. Paul Bajanic in that third position. I'm sorry, in the second position. Andy Kosalova is leading. And I just did see Gronkowski right there. Now, Gronkowski, he's 2 laps back, and he's still a ways to go before he could even catch the lead, to even try to get 1 lap down. And boy, I tell you, you just got to wonder, doggone it, is either Kosalova or Bajanic going to have to pit before this thing is over? And let's see, who is 1 lap down? Oh man, the 78 there, Sarah Oliver, she's only 1 lap down, along with the 98 of Terrell Rice. So even if they pit, like say just for a splash of fuel, they could end up in a shootout with those 2 at the end of the race. And if they felt they need to get tires, man, that they could lose a lap there as well. They may have to try to fight back just to try to get back up there. But, you know, all that's conjecture right now. We just don't know how this is going to play out. Andy Kosalova, he seems to be going pretty good. He's nice. He's keeping it nice and steady. Paul Bajanic also, you'd see as Gronkowski right there behind him. And in some ways, it almost feels like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like they're just really hammering out those laps. I think they might be in fuel saving mode, because there's Gronkowski right behind Bajanic, running in the 7th position. Now it's 9 laps to go, and he's not exactly trying to get past the number 3. I mean, it's not going to really gain him anything. And besides, if he gets into trouble with the 3 trying to get past and causes a caution, I mean, number 1, he's not in the lucky dog position anyway. And now he's down on the inside, and it looks like Gronkowski, now he does get past, but that's not for position. But Janik still remains in that 2nd position. Oh, now this is going to change things. Terrell Rice, he's coming in for a pit stop. He can't make it to the end. That's going to help both Bajanic and Kosalova. And that only leaves Sarah Oliver. Will she make it to the end? 6 laps to go for Andy Kosalova. And Paul Bajanic's coming in. He's coming down pit road. So he's going to... They were both Sarah Oliver and Terrell Rice were 1 lap down. Paul Bajanic coming around. Is he just going to get a splash of fuel? Let's see what happens here. He's coming down to his pit box, and let's see what he's going to get here. And it looks like it's just going to, oh, he's getting a right side tires with 4 laps to go. Oh my goodness, this might cost him 2 laps here, folks. He's still in 3rd at the moment. And he exits. He's coming. He's going to be 2 laps down. And let's see. But yep, Bajanic is 2 laps down. Sarah Oliver, she's in the lucky dog position. Andy Kosalova, he'll be getting the white flag next time around. Boy, I tell you, looks like he's going to win the fuel mileage battle. Bajanic, though, he is in 4th. But coming off of turn 4, coming to the white flag, final lap to go. And it's pretty much academic at this point. Kosalova coming around. He's going to take the checkered flag for the win here tonight at the Bullring. Man, Andy Kosolova, fuel mileage king here, playing the odds here, and it worked out in his favor here tonight at the Bullring, man. What an exciting finish here. Probably a little nail biting there as well for Kosolova and company. But boy, he definitely came out your winner. And you know what? I don't even think he might not even had fuel into a burnout. So he just parked it right there in victory circle. So let's grab. I'm gonna grab Kosolova and bring him on up. Where is Andy at? There he is right there. We're gonna bring him up. And, oh, he is gonna do some donuts. Oh no, Andy, don't hit your car. And yeah, the track isn't that big, buddy. And let's see, Paul Bojanic, he just did miss the podium. And I'm gonna grab the top three finishing for some of the guys that were in the playoff contention as well. Let's get where is Paul at? We'll bring him on up there as well. And Joshua Wankowski, and we'll head on down there with them and stuff. Okay, folks, we're down here with your race winner, and we got a couple of the guys, your playoff contestants as well. But hey, Andy, you got a copy there.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Tony?
Man, I tell you, and well, listen, was that like some? What was going on there, man? Were you rolling the dice fuel-wise? I mean, or were you sweating bullets on those last handful of laps, or what?
I mean, I was sweating, but not about the fuel. When everybody else was pitting there, I was confused why they were. I don't know what I was doing different than they were, but I didn't have any problems from that one caution we had. I knew from there I could make it fine, so I don't know. I'm not sure what I was doing different, but I hope nobody else finds out.
Well, I tell you, man, and that was an awesome battle, man, and pretty much up and down. I mean, of course, you had some of the green flag pit stops there and stuff, but man, I tell you, that was something, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just the guys in here. It was fun. Yeah, when we had the restart and we had the AI cars in front of us there, that's when I was worried, but we all got through that and we got out the other side. So thanks for putting on the series, and thanks to Paul and Josh and Carrie for racing with me.
10-4, man, and well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Paul, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, well, you did finish ahead of Joshua, and because he was right behind you, like 35 points behind you in the championship.
I know, he's got a new wheel too.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe he's still getting used to it. I don't know. But man, I tell you that qualifying. What happened at qualifying? Did something happen?
I got disconnected and
had
to reboot everything and
come
back in. Thank God I made it back in though. That's all
yeah, exactly.
But,
yeah, I tell you, and man, had to do it the hard way, man. Start all the way from the back. And,
always. There's no easy way, is there? Unless you're Andy.
Man, I tell you, Andy making it look easier tonight,
yeah,
man.
He does. Yeah, I didn't even think he was in here. I didn't see him the whole night until he lapped me when I pitted. But he's a good dude.
Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Well, everybody here, obviously, they're all good dudes, and yeah, and you for putting on the show, and yeah, and just a shout out to Ron. Sorry again, brother.
Yeah.
And Harold, I hope you can make it tomorrow. I know you're out there drinking beer and sitting in a chair and watching fish jump, so come on down.
Yeah. Well, 10-4, man. Well, congratulations again on getting back in the server and having a good finish there. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
Yep. Hey, Joshua, you got a copy?
Hey, Tony.
Man, I tell you, and well, the wheel's working good, huh?
Yep. It's all working good. I was trying to get it to work last week, but other than that, it's all good. All the buttons all work, and a lot of people thought I was cheating today.
Yep. But man, yeah, you're pretty fast out there, boy, I tell you. But was this your first time racing here? I think you said you never raced here before, though.
Yes, I've never raced at this short track a lot, like a few times in the official, but in leagues, this was probably the first or second time that I ran here. And it was interesting. Like again, like I said last time, I'm here for the experience. And I got a lot of experience today and I feel good about it.
10-4, man. Well, now we'll move on to the next one. Or I mean, well, I guess we have the trucks tomorrow night, and they're actually just starting there. So, we're heading back to South Boston with the trucks, and that ought to be a real barn burner as well. But anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a shout out to like eh, 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 sorry. I'd like to give a shout out to everyone I raced with. All y'all are good people. Eh, everyone that was out watching, and I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
10-4, man. Well, good racing, guys, and we will see you guys next week.
All right,
Yep.
man.
All right,
Everyone.
good. I see you, man.
Peace.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, man, I tell you what a race that was. That was awesome, and a bit of a cliffhanger there at the end, not knowing exactly what was going to happen there. And let's go ahead and bring up the results here. Andy Kosilova comes away with the win there, and Paul Bajanic, he just did miss the podium, finishing in fourth there. Bunkowski seventh, Kerry Bray right behind him in eighth. So yeah, the points the points chase is alive and well here for sure. And like I said before, now we will be heading over to the trucks. Now, like I said, the street stocks, not the street stocks, but the late models, they started their playoffs 1 week ahead of the other two, so they're a week ahead. But it is the first round for the street stocks going back to South Boston. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know every time we go live. So for all of us here at Rice and Murder Sports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.